Welcome to Average Fat Dad, a documentary series that explores the fascinating world of Dan, a trading card collector with a passion that borders on obsession. Today, we observe Dan as he anxiously awaits the grading results of his prized cards, with thousands of video views on the line. Meanwhile, his family remains blissfully unaware of the high stakes involved. In his natural habitat, Dan is glued to his computer screen, anxiously awaiting the grading results of his baseball cards. Each refresh brings a new wave of anticipation and stress. The value of these cards could significantly impact his collection and potentially the future of the hobby itself. Meanwhile, in the wilds of the living room, Dan's family goes about their daily lives, completely oblivious to the tension building in the den. Kerry, the matriarch, is engrossed in her communications with females from other packs, while the offspring, Luke and Sophia, engage in their own digital pursuits. In a flashback, we see Dan meticulously packaging his cards for grading, each one handled with the utmost care. He knows that the slightest imperfection could drastically reduce their value. Observe the precision and dedication, much like other primates grooming their young. As Dan watched the reveal, his stress momentarily faded. The excitement of seeing rare cards, even if they aren't his, provides a brief respite from the tension. Garbage Gem's unique finds, engaging commentary, and absolute genius are a welcome distraction. Some would say that Garbage Gems inspires Dan's life. Seriously, it is super weird. In a compromising twist, we find Dan standing before a fully stocked pantry. Despite the abundance of food, Dan knows his place in the pack. He is not permitted to eat the first or last of anything. If less than half remains, the alpha must give vocal approval. Until then, he must wait until it is his turn to feast. Observe the hesitation as Dan contemplates his choices. Taking the first or last of anything is strictly forbidden. Feeding Dan, it seems, is worse than leaving food for the vultures. He must navigate this delicate balance, ensuring he does not disrupt the pack's unspoken rules. With the precision of apes selecting the ripest fruit, Dan carefully chooses a recently discarded pizza crust, ensuring he adheres to the pack's hierarchy. His actions, though seemingly trivial, reflect the complex social dynamics at play. In his downtime, Dan continues to educate himself, watching videos about card grading tips and market trends. His thirst for knowledge is insatiable. He takes notes, planning his next move in the card collecting world. Dan's commitment to learning and improving his craft is unwavering, even if it goes unnoticed by those around him. As the evening ends, Dan refreshes the grading website one last time, his heart pounding with anticipation. His wife, Kerry, pops her head into the den, reminding him to join the family for a movie night. Much like a primate's journey through the jungle, Dan's path will be filled with triumphs and challenges. Dan passes gas and giggles. You never disappoint, Dan. You never disappoint.